The Galactic Council's emergency session had been called for the third time this cycle, and Ambassador Zethkar of the Vortani Collective was beginning to question the sanity of the species they'd recently inducted into their ranks. The holographic display before the assembled delegates showed Kepler 442c, officially designated as a Class Nombutine Deathworld, the highest possible rating on the galactic habitability scale. "Honorable delegates," Zethkar's translator crackled as his forearms gestured at the spinning planet. "We have a situation. The humans have not only established a colony on Kepler 442c, they've built what they call a training facility." A collective shudder rippled through the chamber. Even the silicon-based crystalline assembly, who were notoriously difficult to disturb, dimmed their luminescence in what could only be described as horror. Councillor Ythmera of the Aquatic Federation spoke first, her gills fluttering with agitation. Training facility? For what possible purpose would any sentient being voluntarily expose themselves to that nightmare? The data scrolled across the screens. Atmospheric pressure 30 times galactic standard, gravity at 3.2 g, surface temperatures ranging from 180 degrees C to 400 degrees C, methane storms that could strip flesh from bone, and indigenous predators that made the legendary void hunters look like domesticated pets. The electromagnetic interference alone would fry most species' neural systems within hours. According to their reports, Zethkar continued, trying to keep the disbelief from his voice, they're using it to train what they call extreme environment specialists for their military and exploration corps. The massive Garathian delegate, whose species prided themselves on their physical prowess, made a sound that his translator rendered as nervous laughter. "Surely you jest, Ambassador. Our own warriors require environmental suits just to survive on Class 7 worlds. This is a Class 3. "I thought the same," Zethkar replied, pulling up the transmitted footage. "Until I saw this." The chamber fell silent as the recording played. Humans, those seemingly fragile bipeds with their soft skin and modest physical capabilities, moved across Kepler 442c's hellish landscape, wearing only minimal protective gear. They navigated acid geysers with casual efficiency, built shelters during methane hurricanes, and appeared to be enjoying themselves. One particular sequence showed a human female named Commander Sarah Chen leading a squad through what the Planetary Survey had classified as an absolutely lethal canyon system. As a pack of six-legged crystalline predators, each the size of a small transport, closed in, Chen's team didn't retreat. They advanced. "Fascinating," whispered Dr. Quilthax of the scientific consortium, his multiple eyes widening. "Notice how they adapt their tactics in real time. When conventional weapons prove ineffective against the predator's mineral carapaces, they immediately switch to kinetic explosives and environmental manipulation." The recording showed the humans triggering a controlled rock slide, not to escape, but to funnel the predators into a kill zone where their weapons would be most effective. Within minutes, 6 apex predators lay dead, and the humans were already harvesting biological samples. "This is beyond unusual," murmured the ethereal collective's representative, their form flickering with uncertainty. "We've monitored thousands of species over millions of cycles. No one chooses to live on Deathworlds. No one trains there voluntarily." Ambassador Zethkar switched to the interview footage they'd received just days prior. Commander Chen appeared. On screen, her environment suit's helmet retracted, breathing the planet's toxic atmosphere through a simple filtration mask. Behind her, other humans could be seen constructing permanent structures. "Earth prepared us well," Chen was saying, apparently unaware of the cosmic significance of her words. "Sure, 442c is challenging, but it's not that different from our deep ocean trenches or polar regions back home. The gravity's heavy, but our people have been training in high-G environments for generations. The predators are impressive, but we've dealt with worse." "Worse?" Councillor Ythmera's voice rose, an octave. "What could possibly be worse than Class 3 conditions?" Chen's smile was visible even through the static. "Well, our homeworld has these creatures called polar bears and sharks, and something called Australia." She paused thoughtfully. "Actually, Now that we've seen what the galaxy considers deadly, I'm starting to think Earth might be classified as a Class 15 world if we ever submitted it for review. The recording ended, leaving the council chamber in stunned silence. There's more, Zethkar continued reluctantly. They've submitted a formal request to establish similar training facilities on the other Class 15 worlds we've quarantined. All 17 of them. The Garathian delegate stood abruptly, his massive frame trembling. Ambassador, with all due respect to our new human allies, I move that we immediately reclassify their homeworld for review. If they consider Kepler 4 suitable for training exercises. Seconded, came multiple voices from around the chamber. Dr. Quilthax was rapidly analyzing data streams. Preliminary calculations suggest that if human claims about their homeworld's danger level are accurate, Earth would indeed qualify as a Class 15 world. Possibly higher. Higher? The Crystalline Assembly's representative actually flickered out for a moment before reforming. The scale only goes to 15. Then perhaps, Zethkar said slowly, we need to create a new classification. And perhaps we need to reconsider what we thought we knew about evolutionary pressure and species development. On the screens, the live feed from Kepler 442c showed Commander Chen's team setting up what appeared to be recreational equipment, some sort of projectile launching device they called a volleyball net, while a methane storm raged in the background. Motion to establish the human protocol for Deathworld classification, Counselor Ythmera announced, and motion to politely decline any human invitations to visit their homeworld for cultural exchange. Unanimously approved, came the immediate response from every delegate present. As the session adjourned, the collective thought among the galaxy's most advanced civilizations was remarkably uniform. Humanity hadn't just survived on a death world, they had apparently evolved on something far worse, and emerged cheerfully, optimistic about it. The universe, it seemed, was far more terrifying than anyone had previously imagined.